Good evening, everyone, or it's good evening in Australia. Today we're going to be doing Shari Franke. I love this girl. I think she's growing up into a beautiful human being despite her circumstances. I can't believe what she's going through or must be going through. I saw a really sad video today on Daru Crew Vlogs where 6 months ago she turned 20 and her auntie, the mum on that vlog, which is Ruby, her mum's sister, so her auntie, she threw her a birthday party with their family and she was hanging out with her little nieces and nephews, or no, cousins. She said she seems like an aunt, but she's actually their cousin. She's just much older. It was really sad to think that she wasn't with her own siblings. She's obviously been taken in by her aunties and looked after, and I wish all the best for her. I thought this was really cute. What I want to do firstly is just put a little bit of moisturizer on my face and then a little bit of BB cream. I think that's pretty much all she must have. And then we're going to do some fake curls that I love doing, and we're going to do a plait or a braid. I've been watching all sorts of things about the family. Apparently, Bonnie is now blaming Kevin, the father, for not checking in on the children. But, I mean, I think everyone was completely blocked out of their lives by Ruby, and who had their hand up Ruby's bum and was telling her what to do? Jody. I don't want to make fun of this in Shari's video. I mean, I know I'm making comedy videos about this. A couple of people commented and said it was like you shouldn't make fun of it. I'm trying to make a joke out of something, but definitely with Shari, there is no joke to be made. I want to make fun of the people or make a joke about the people that are wrong in this situation, but not the people who have been wronged. The first of which is Shari. Like, she seemed to be the favorite of Ruby for a long time. I feel like in everything that we were doing, like Ruby was very proud of her, and she was like, Shari's doing this, Shari's doing that. She seemed to treat her very differently to the younger siblings, and I think especially like Chad really gave her a go. Like, Ruby couldn't deal with Chad, who was just a normal teenage boy. She just couldn't deal with him. And then the younger ones, like, I don't know what happened to the two girls in the middle. They never looked happy. They never looked excited. They never looked like they'd been given any real love, unfortunately. And then Eve, the queen, is just beautiful in all her videos. And little Russell was gorgeous. And there were videos of them, like of Ruby and Kevin, saying how lovely he was and how caring he was and all this. And then look at what's happened. Look at what happens when someone pulls into your family, Jody, and just pulls out any goodness that was there, any goodness that was left. I think Ruby has gone from being a little bit quite controlling with her children in their lives. I mean, a mother's job is to look after what's happening, whatever, but the things she would do, like make the younger girls cook the family meal and things like that, just punish them for what they did wrong, but don't make them into your little slave. Don't make them into, like, it's different if you're like, yay, she's helping us do dinner, but to do it as a punishment or to do it as in a bad way, like, it just leaves such a bad taste in my mouth. I just would never treat my children like that, and I just find that so concerning. And it always was concerning. There was so much more on the vlogs than the bad. There was so much more. There was a lot of good things with the children, a lot of happy times, a lot of positive parenting, or like a nice relationship between Ruby and Kevin, it seemed, years ago. It seemed really, really nice. And then something just took a really nasty turn, and I really don't know what's happened. I wish one day Ruby will come to her senses, like possibly in jail, and come out and explain what happened. Or at least Shari might be able to speak in the future and let us know. I mean, we don't deserve anything really from them, but I would love to know what went wrong. What shall we give her? She's got a bit of a wider nose. We will widen our nose a little bit. I might just widen it with a bit of brown. I don't want to do the post-stick. I don't want to go that drastic. I want to give it a bit of a darker area, and then a bit of vanilla shimmer on top. I mentioned vanilla shimmer last time. What's it called? Princesses of Long Island. If you haven't seen Princesses of Long Island, wow, it's a little bit offensive to the Jewish community. It's not really religious people. It's modern Orthodox. It's silly people who are, you know, born into a Jewish family in Long Island, and there's no like, people were really upset at these group of people representing the Jewish community. It was more like party girls and their families and the pressures to get married and stuff. It was really funny. Really funny. Ashley White, the one who did the vanilla shimmer thing with her dad, I think in the first episode, I'm going to rewatch that today. That I have not rewatched a show as many times as I've rewatched Princesses of Long Island. And that's saying a lot, because I love to really get stuck into things and go over them. It just gives me joy. There were just a lot of funny things in it, just not to be taken seriously, like my channel. I'm going to be doing her hair. Is it from here? I think my dog's inside. I just took my dog for a walk. It's really fun dragging two little kids and a dog over a busy intersection when there's no set of lights. It was really stressful. We might not walk that far again. What's everyone been doing today? No, don't all answer at once. No one, like I said last time, no one ever answers my questions. Which is fine. Did I tell you guys? I think I mentioned it before. I thought one of my neighbors was missing, like a whole family, and they came back. I saw the brother yesterday going to the mosque, and I was like, and I almost said something to him. Like, I don't know these people, but I honestly was like, they're back, which I'm so excited about, because I was thinking something had happened to everybody. They just had a really, really, really long holiday. It was like a 4-month holiday. If I went away for 4 months, people would be like, they probably wouldn't do anything. No, I'm joking. I always tell my neighbours what I'm doing, so they would know. This guy that lives next door to us, we still don't know his name, and he looked after our rabbit for a whole month in the summer. It's just coming back into summer soon. We're in spring now in Australia. And he, like last Christmas, he looked after our yard and our house for a month. And I said to my husband, did you get his name? He's like, no. I'm like, but you got his number? Because we were meant to be away for like a couple of weeks, and we ended up being away for a month. We extended our thing and went somewhere else. And then, yeah, I was like, you don't know his number? He's like, no. I'm like, do you know his... You don't know, we don't know his name or anything? And he's like, I don't know, he's just that guy. And I'm like, we couldn't contact him to tell him that we were going away for longer. And then when I turned up like a month later, he was like, oh, hi. I was like, is the rabbit still there? And he's like, yeah, he's there. And I went in there and he didn't come. And he's like, oh no, he goes out and then he comes back. And I was like, okay, cool. So my rabbit had like a really amazing summer without the dog and hippity-hopping around the neighborhood. He's gone now. I really hope he's having a nice life and he didn't get crushed by a car or eaten by one of the cats up the road. He left before we got our cat, so I don't know what our cat would have done. I don't know if our cat would have eaten it. The family of cats that our cat came from, they get along with the rabbits where they are. But this cat that we've got, he doesn't know what rabbits are. And he looks like a hunter. He's a big fluffy mess of a man. It's not working. Last time I sprayed this, it didn't go well. It was like, oh, it's working now. You spray your eye, Sarah. Go for it. Da na 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 da da na 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 na. Is that EastEnders? I grew up with that, but I don't remember the show at all. Probably lucky. There we go. And then some on this side. My kids are sneezing and coughing. Ugh. got sick kids again. I went to the doctor with him today, and he's like, I'm like, why do they keep getting sick? And he's like, oh, virus, oh, virus. I'm like, is it bad? And he's like, it's normal. And I'm like, I've had so many children, and I don't remember a year like this. I can't. Oh, she's got cute teeth. I love her. She's got about my level of mascara on. I just need to do my eyebrows a little bit, and then we're done. I feel like I look like a bit like the Daru Crew vlogs auntie of hers. I don't know what her name is. That's okay, but I really love her too. I was watching her and her husband today. Respect for anyone who takes over looking after a child, young or adult, who has been let down greatly by their family, or their mother, whatever. Respect. Absolutely fantastic. Like, what a lovely lady and her family. And they also had grandparents there. Like, it must have been her husband's family, because it wasn't the parents of Ruby. It wasn't her mother, the grandmother. It was a different one. Because I think Ruby and Daru Crew Vlogs mother thing, their parents are overseas on a mission at the moment for 2 years. Because they're Mormon. Mormon. Colour's done. Well, she's got quite a good jaw. I'm gonna just blank out this bit. I need to chin it up a bit. She's got a really good chin. She's got such a good chin. Someone was on one of these funny compilations of 8 passengers. Someone who did one, they were calling Kevin, or like putting on the screen, Mr. Clean. He does look like Mr. Clean. He's got a good angular face, Kevin. I really hope he isn't found to be to blame for anything. I do think that he was controlled left, right, and center by these bloody women. Not by Shari. Shari was a good daughter. Apparently he wouldn't even take her calls. But maybe he was told not to. Like, that's terrible. I might dress like a teenager tomorrow. I wonder how old she was in this photo. It looks really good. She's got her camera down, but I'm just gonna go. Well done, guys. Why is my dog still barking? Okay, I've got to go, guys. I think there's some little kids outside want to see my puppies. Have a nice day, everyone. Shari, we love you and we hope the best for you. Really, honestly, have a look at anything about Shari in connection to this. Like, she's a beautiful girl, even if you see her old videos. And now I know how to make myself look young again. I didn't have to do any stupid lines on my face. I should do more young people. I didn't have to do anything. What are you saying, Sarah? I know. Fountain of youth. Fountain of youth. Bye.